the Liberty Lounge. That was an era. We had a lot of eras, periods, like Picasso had the blue period and the rose period. Well, we had our periods. We had the biker period, we had the Liberty Lounge period. We moved out of the blue period into the rose period. We moved from the bikers, now we moved into the moose period. We were playing this moose song, and I think somebody came up to Carl and said, "Hey, you know that guy that sang that song? He worked at this college I went to." And it was like, "Who?" And he says, "Bull Moose Jackson." And it was like, "You mean he's still alive?" And so anyway, Carl found out he was still alive and living in Washington, D.C. So Carl goes down there. The next thing we know, Moose is in Pittsburgh. And we're doing gigs with this guy, the original guy. Moose was much older now, and he couldn't see as well, but he was a rock and roller still at heart. He was a blues guy, and it was just amazing to be with him. Then he'd sing. I remember him just telling these stories and singing, and it was just like looking at him thinking, this is like Carnegie Museum and the dinosaur came to life. You know, you were just with this guy, and he was doing this, and he sounded exactly like the records. You know, some of the words he didn't remember the words or this or that, but it all came back to him, and it was like going back in time. Then I remember going to Los Angeles or Hollywood, wherever we stayed with Moose. Phil Bronce was there. You know, once again, Phil was like another best friend. Carl set us up in this club, and it was like a real Hollywood club. Weird Hollywood people being there. Then I think Carl somehow got Big Joe Turner to show up at the club. And when Moose and Big Joe Turner like saw each other, and they were talking about these old stories. And I really don't think they would have ever gotten together at that point in their life. But oh, that was great fun being out there with them.
I said the beer is still $2. Service is good and the woods are good, but you can't do that around here. And there goes Mabel.
Now we need some help with some background singers. Anybody want to help sing background? Come on up.
Ready, here.
We weren't the coolest kids on the block, and we weren't the coolest band out there, but our fans, I think they were beyond cool. I mean, we had some really unique people that followed the band around, and I think our fans, the group of fans that kind of developed, or the group of friends, actually ended up being thousands of friends that we met over the years, but the followers that we ended up having weren't, you know, all the Tony Orlando hair people. We even had fans of the band move in with Dave and I. Now it really seemed like the gig didn't stop, because not only did some of the band members live there, but some of the, you know, people that went to the bars lived there too. So it was quite an experience.
That's why they call it
I think I got to do the bits because nobody else wanted to do them. Carl loved props. I don't know how we came to use a car fender, but I remember it being in a lot of songs. We had to find that fine line. Are there too many props, or are we still okay? Sweet 16, and now you're gone. We had a blow-up skeleton that we used all the time, and I think I was the one using her. I was the one singing her. Oh, then I'd say, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Karen Carpenter," and I'd introduce her, and everybody, oh.
Get them every time. Oops, sorry. I'll never. Who is that, ladies and gentlemen, Karen Carpenter. Give her a nice round of applause. Give her a nice round.
And we were doing stuff. Nothing was sacred. I mean, it happened on the news, and man, we were messing with it that night on stage. Now, everything's so politically correct.
I'll never kiss those teeth again. They buried you today.
We did joke about anything. I don't know if we could. I didn't notice that many people leaving. I think people, might have came to see that stuff. It was just too much fun.
Teenage angel.